What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Toku Europe podcast. It is me, Grand, with my grand return after being gone for 3 months in America. It is great to be back with you guys.
He's back.
How have you guys been?
Good.
It's been scuffed.
It's been
Scuffed.
scuffed away for a while. Yeah. It's good to be back. It feels weird to be back because I got back this morning. But
I was at work this morning.
I haven't really. I mean, I slept at 11:30 today, about 4:30. But other than that, like, I haven't really. It feels weird. Like, literally this time yesterday, I was on a plane in America, coming home. Weird.
Yeah, what was it that you were doing in America?
So I did something called Camp America for 2 months. So I worked at a camp called Blue Star Camps. If any of the kids are listening to this, which I doubt.
Okay, so it was like
big
work
up to them.
stuff.
Yeah, I worked in a camp for 2 months. Like, it's been one of the best summers of my life. I cannot lie, boys. It's been great. Like the people I've met are absolutely awesome. It has been a summer to remember. And then after I finished camp in July, we travelled, obviously, and I obviously went to New York and got myself a shot riser. But yeah.
Very nice.
Oh, and I can't lie.
You have missed a lot.
I've missed a lot. I've also missed, I think, everything of Kingohger up to, like, I watched everything up to episode 14. I haven't watched 50. I haven't watched anything since.
What is the last thing you remember from each show?
So I've been watching Geats. That's the only thing I've been watching because it's the thing I'm most interested in.
So you've been catching up with Geats. Okay, cool.
I haven't watched the most recent episode. But
Kingohger, we might need to give you a bit of a recap because...
yeah, Kingohger's going to need a major recap.
Now,
Kingohger, I'm going to need to binge watch this week. So I've literally got all week to binge.
Do you care for spoilers?
To be honest, I was watching the previews and I've been watching the clips, so I could at least stay a little bit of context. I know that Racules was working with Death Rock.
When we get to talking about the show, we will give you a bit of a previously on.
Yeah, because we have a lot to talk about Sentai-wise.
But for context for our viewers, I've actually made notes this time, so we can actually have a proper friggin' structure. So let's start off with the absolute landslide of news stuff that we got this week. I am good of stuff that I've found out during the week. Gotchard apparently is making a cameo in the Geats finale. Nobody really cares about that.
Yeah, that was expected.
I've got to give my opinion on Gotchard.
Very excited about. Drake, do you want to talk about this?
Not only do we have all the Kingohger stuff, we also have the return of the best Red Sentai of Kyudaigo, as there's very different names happening. Some are calling him now King Kyu Red. You've got King Kingohger, which is what some people call him.
I'm calling it down in my notes.
Yeah. I'm just calling him Kingohger. Yeah. I'm calling Kingohger because he's got a new form specifically based on Kuwagata Oja to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of Yuden Sentai Kyulenja. Trying to pronounce Japanese is hard when you've got a lisp.
Shoryuja.
Yeah, Kyuja. Which is perfect time because I'm literally ordering the Kyuja gun next month.
Just imagine having money. Something I do not have.
I get money from the government.
Don't talk to me about money. Drake has plummeted me down a rabbit hole.
Right, America's made me broke. You're right, that's not even a joke. I'm broke now because of America. It's so expensive.
Let's see if I can try and find the names of these villains. Because we do have a new ensemble of villains from
space!
Far Reach.
We've literally only one villain we've seen before.
Names. I believe I need answers. frick are these?
One
No
of them looks
one-
like a ninja.
They are.
Hold on.
Ooh.
I'm hopefully found a Twitter name for it.
Yeah, I've probably made about this.
The main one looks really cool. Like the main general villain boss kind of thing does look pretty cool.
Right. We have Minotsugatsu Mozu, who is a ruler of the group. He's basically the muscle. We've got Hirubiru Lichi, who is the female, who apparently can manipulate. We have Guma Rosaria, who is a ninja. Kamejim Utsuka. Kamejim survived.
Yeah, well, it's not even survived, given what happened. Yeah.
He just escaped.
Yeah.
And our leader is, the
The Emperor of the
leader of the
Universe!
Dugdedo Dojarudan, who is apparently the Emperor of the Universe and the creator of which it kind of makes sense considering his head kind of looks like a shoe god soul.
Yeah.
I will post these clearer images. Yeah, these they look interesting. Mozu looks like he was made using shredded paper.
Yes.
Yeah. He quite literally looks like
And,
an Alpha Shredder.
I thought for a second that Kamejim had like blood splatters on his head. But no, that action logo.
That would have been cool.
But yes, this is all factored into the fact that
Kingohger is doing a 2-year time
Kingohger's
skip.
doing
That
a
is
2-year
so
time
weird.
skip because to kind of spoil what will probably Desnarak gets killed off.
Yeah.
And Jeremy
Finally becomes the king.
take with Gerojim at his side as his retainer to basically make the Bugnarok have their own kingdom. And to finally
Finally, for peace in their time.
across humanity. And then 2 years later, space decides to happen.
Space decides to happen, and return of the best Red Sentai.
Kyrie from Lupin!
Yes,
Nah.
that will. So
Sorry,
yeah,
just
we will
slipped
be
out.
getting these new villains in September. We'll be getting the Return of the King in October. So
That's cool. That's cool
that
that like a Sentai's returning.
is
It's because it's the 10th anniversary.
Still cool though.
I mean, yeah, we did kind of see that rules for Don Brothers, but the less that's said about Don Brothers, the better.
Yeah.
I love Don Brothers. How
Next
dare
up,
you?
to get such stuff out of the way, we've got the Deluxe Zillion Driver. I am kind of tempted because I found it on endgame.
No, I'm not.
No.
I'm very tempted, but I want to get the Vision Driver first.
The only premium band I think I want from Geats are the Bujin Buckle, the butt and the buffer upgrade. Like
We'll get to
That's
that.
The buffer what?
the Maho form. I can't.
Oh, we'll get into that.
We'll get into that later.
They've
called
done
Mal,
my boy so dirty. They done my boy so dirty.
Anyway, yeah, we'll talk about that later. So yeah, Zillion Driver. Mine still look ugly. We'll get into that when we talk about Geats.
Yeah.
But it's fine. I like how it does the final forms when you put in the
Yeah, the legendary driver
and
buckles.
of course when you put Wizard in, it's just going to do
Infinity.
when you multiply infinity with itself will happen. And to go from semi-cool to absolute utter bullshit, the Laser Raised Riser belt high spec version.
AKA CSM belt strap.
£80, £80 for a CSM strap with a plastic buckle and a raised buckle holder.
$60 that I could have bought that in America. $60 was that now.
£60, yeah.
It's, to be honest, that's mad.
I found this in
I
other
found the
Discords.
Zillion driver on endgame for like 50 quid.
For how much?
For
That's not
context,
bad.
endgame is becoming my new favorite site because they've got very cheap, they've got very good prices and very reliable shipping methods.
You found your Taka.
As long as I can forgive DHL for their previous transgressions against me.
You found your Taka.
Next up, we've got a tease for an upscaled Magnum Shooter 40X.
Mm.
This is probably going to be the same thing as they did with the Seiken.
Yeah, Seikens and the Titan
with
sword.
China first. Well, I don't think it's going to be Titan sword level because it's not branded under Complete Style Gigantic.
Wait,
Plus,
they released them in China first? I never realised.
Plus, I have raised buckles.
Mm.
Oh, that gun looks sick. I wanted that. I wanted to buy the 40X, but then I was like, do I or do I not?
Well, now there's the full-size version.
Now you can wait for the actual prop version.
The thing is, I'd buy that as well, but I'm like, where do I put it? And also, I don't have the money for it.
Simple. You go to IKEA and you get pegboards like I did.
That's actually not bad. Oh, I need to do that.
See? Hey, big brain.
Big brain play there, Midas.
And the final bit of merchandising thing that I will talk about before we get into the Geats v Cinema talk, because yes, that did get a reveal. SH figure arts, that is a thing. It looks cool. Don't know why it comes with a king's weapon because Raculi's used it for like one or two episodes.
Because
I
fuck
think they
it.
included it just to incentivize getting it so you can completely get your Gorgar Ojo SH figure arts because that doesn't come with a king's weapon.
Mm.
Makes no sense.
But next up we have a reveal from Outsiders. We have Kamen Rider Garen's King.
He finally got his final form. It only took 20 years.
They un-SIC'd the Garen King form SIC design.
And the gun looks so much worse.
A lot more legit.
I really like it. I really like the gun as well.
I'm indifferent.
I think it's a
looks
beautiful form.
The form looks good.
But
It's the
ultimately,
gun
I
I don't
do not
like.
really care.
Yeah.
I like the gun. There's something weird about it. It looks like a rifle, but then it's like a rifle.
It's
sword
an SMG.
It looks so. I love SMGs as well. SMGs are my go-to. And I just love it. I don't know why. There's just something weird. I'm like weirdly attracted to about it. I'm like, it's a nice suited gun.
Right, I need to go through and
What's next on the list?
Hold on, I'm just blocking out the stuff that I've already. This is what happened when you left us, Grand. You've made us scuffed. We do this shit on the fly now.
You did it on the fly beforehand.
One second. Talk amongst yourselves.
So Drake, how have you been? How's Sentai? I've seen you've been getting into Sentai.
I have.
Alright, I'm done. Anyway, moving on.
Alright, just as we start talking about Super Sentai, you're like,
Hey! I've started watching King
just because you don't watch Super Sentai.
I've started watching King Oja.
Okay.
They have me who literally wrote
Then he started
me and me who started writing an adaptation idea for Loopat.
To get out of the way because it was an whim news story that I came across on Twitter. Blade is getting a 20th anniversary stage show and talk show.
Yep, because fuck giving us a movie to end its final plot point.
Because yeah, like it ain't Fi's level.
But yeah, Fi's is good.
Next up, I guess to sort of get out of some Cosmic Fury stuff. We got some clips.
Yep. And that's caused a lot of shit.
And well, we've also got a reveal.
We got a leak.
It's not Boom.
We knew it wasn't going to be Boom.
He was wearing an orange shirt. I was holding out hope that he.
Oh, Cheers.
He was going to be the Zord.
No.
They gave it to the new character.
I'm not going to lie. I've been watching Dino Fury.
You know what?
I actually have been enjoying it, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to Cosmic Fury.
I mean, fair enough. I think I've heard good things about Dino Fury.
I've actually been watching it, and I'm watching it. I'm like, this show is corny. Like, if you got rid of the two comedic characters, I think it would actually be a really good.
Yeah,
like it's a good
that
show.
Is a problem.
But if you get rid of those two fucking annoying, like J-Bot and whatever her name, the show is perfect.
Jane and J-Bot.
Yeah, you get rid of
that
those
is the
two,
problem
it's
with
great.
modern PR. They are shoving in comic relief trying to like emulate Vulcan Skull, not getting how Vulcan Skull works.
I find it funnier when the Rangers do something funny. Like, my favorite character is Javi. I love him. He's by far my favorite character.
Oh, the guy with the robot arm now.
I love him. Like, ever since he was introduced, like, that's my favorite character, and he just suits black as well. Like,
meanwhile, behind the scenes wise, Simon Bennett, aka the executive producer of Power Rangers for Cosmic Fury and Dino Fury, have now burned literally every bridge with the fan base.
Oh no! Anyway,
the best fucking reaction.
Yeah, the orange Ranger helmet is kind of just helmet. Gave it a few bits and bobs. Gave it a horn, and then boom, new Ranger. Don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like a lot of things when it comes to Cosmic Fury.
The suits
they're not the worst. They're not the worst Toku suits I've seen. That will forever go to the Sentai after Tokuja.
Ninja suits.
The whole idea of it, just.
There's a lot of issues with Cosmic Fury we'll probably get into when the show is done.
I think I don't.
And I will not be watching it.
Go to me, I will be.
Moving on.
Do you want to talk about the
This has been 5 years since Ultraman Z released?
Yeah, pretty much. It has been 5 years.
How many years has it been since Ultraman released?
Let me just look up that. Give me a minute.
So we're finally getting the soundtracks for Ultraman Z onwards, releasing on the 30th of August.
Z was 2020, so it's been 4 years.
Wait, they haven't released the soundtrack?
3 years. It's 4 years.
Close enough.
What?
No, they have not been releasing soundtracks for
Ultraman Z.
That's weird. Why not?
They're releasing soundtracks for Ultraman Z, Ultraman
Trigger,
Ultraman, and Ultraman Blazar.
Yep.
Regulos don't really care for. Z, I'm intrigued. Blazar, I'm intrigued.
I need to watch Blazar.
Yes, you do. It's good.
It does look pretty good.
Now, Kun's stuff to talk about, and this is probably a good thing. It's probably a good time to ask Drake, since he missed out on a bunch of the stuff. Drake, what are your thoughts on Gotchard?
You mean me?
Sorry.
What is it? Actually, that's a good point. What is everybody's thoughts on Gotchard? Because I'm going to say it. I'm not looking forward to it.
I'm cautiously optimistic.
As I said a couple weeks ago, the only reason I'd be watching it is for my boy Spanner.
I'm cautiously optimistic because of the premise is similar to Forza, and I love Forza.
I just don't.
The only reason I bring it up is because Television released a bunch of new looks.
Yeah, and the main villains.
At new form in Venom Arena, severely let down on my part. I was so looking forward to this form, and then they botched it.
Yeah,
I feel like
they've spent all their good
that's
form
gonna
money on
happen.
Sounded
Sentai.
so good.
I think that's going to happen quite a bit this season in Gotchard. We're going to get let down. I'm going to say it now. I think Gotchard is going to be the worst season of the Reiwa era. I'm going to say it now.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
What, worse than Saber?
Yeah, that's kind of my reaction.
No, the thing is with Saber, I like the suit, and I kind of like the premise, like, the mythical swords. With Gotchard, I'm just like, cards and like, I'll do one or the other.
With me, I think Gotchard is probably going to have.
I'm doing it for Spanner.
Oh,
for
Spanner
me,
looks great. Spanner looks like he's going to instantly be my favorite.
I want to cosplay him.
Just like Gotchard's actor as well. It's just when I was sitting,
Valvarad, my beloved.
I was sitting like in Miami, like watching it when it came out, and I watched it and went, well, that was a bit shit.
Yeah, it's something with me. For me, I am there for the 4DS premise, and that is it. Because the suits aren't doing it for me. The main villains have caused Toku weirdos to come out of the fucking woodwork again.
Oh, fucking weirdos.
And
let's not talk about that.
Yeah, I'm cautiously optimistic on Gotchard being at least meh. Not great, not bad.
I'm only watching it with Valvarad.
I'm just hoping we get some sort of rider that's just like the main rider role. Just seems like you're very typical cliche. Aha! I'm gonna befriend all of the chemies, and all. You're like, oh, fuck off. Like they're really typical. Boring.
That's the whole reason why I like Spanner, because Spanner's like, what a fucking joke.
I know Spanner just really is like.
Because in the trailer he was there like, you want to befriend all the.
What a joke.
Cammy, he legit pulled a Tom Hardy in Peaky Blinders. You're a fucking what, mate?
I really hope at some point we get just Berserk.
I don't want
it will
that.
happen. Every season has had a Berserker form.
We didn't
Geats
really
did
get
not.
one
Geats had Boost Mark 3.
That was not Berserk, though.
That was for about
Mark
like
3 was the closest thing we'll have.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Berserk form.
Closest. We never really got a proper.
I'll count it. I'll count.
Wrong, but it's okay.
That's it. We're gonna have so much fun next week.
Oh yeah, when we do our Geats retrospective.
Speaking of Geats, let's get
The bitch is fucking back.
Now, before we get into the V Cinema, we've got to talk about his Blu-ray special.
That's what I mean.
Buffer's getting a Blu-ray special where Buffer's getting a Blu-ray opens up a shop for favors, and for some reason, an odd jobs business, yeah. Because apparently,
because he's copying Kiryu Blue from the beginning of the season.
Keiwa's sister. He got Monkey's Pawed by Keiwa's sister, who's a new navigator.
I'm just gonna stick with my
that stupid name. I forgot.
I'm just gonna stick with my dumb fan theory of the fact of because Kiryu Blue was in the beginning of Geats. Buffer's just copying his career from Kyuja.
And also Bereba's coming back anyway.
Bereba's actress is coming back as not Bereba in the Blu-ray special.
Well, we don't know
she's
that
gonna
yet.
reveal herself to be. She's gonna be like, ha.
Probably.
Somebody just put a gun to her.
Now we do know what Bereba will be coming back in a Geats V Cinema, where it basically just got revealed today, and we got the reveal for
Buffer Plosion Rage.
Plosion Rage.
Also, we need to
now.
talk about
First
this.
of all, before we start digging into this form,
the leaks,
because I know you. The prophecy is true.
I don't mind the form.
We have an inside man.
Yeah, at this point, literally every form has been on point buckle-wise.
Yeah.
We've got Yeah, the drawing was finally proven real. The buckle, I don't mind.
The buckle looks cool.
The form
buckle is sick.
is kind of a mess.
I mean, so it's like Buffer then.
Yeah. To be fair.
Like we have. There's a lot to talk about that form. That will probably be happening closer to when the V-Sun actually drops.
I'm
Now,
gonna say
the
I
only
like it.
now I like the form because A, it's bringing back some of the Yamato motifs. Because we do, I think the tagline for the film, nature of the Yamato, is finally revealed. So they're digging more into like the Yamato and their sort of
remember,
culture,
audience,
don't really-
remember that key part of the show that we basically dropped for a good 20 episodes? They're back!
because
It's
some
becoming
bullshit
fucking
sponsors.
Pikmin. Then, yeah, we'll get into that.
So we have a hodgepodge of Buffer's like rider killing form, Command Jet,
Monster.
the shoulder, Fuma's chest plate and wrist guards, Game Dios's shield, which has now been retrofitted with chainsaw claws,
It is a Chimera suit.
and the bottom is just Revolved Monster. So R.I.P. Fever Monster.
Also,
Jack.
the helmet is just a repainted version of his like gold form.
That's what I meant when I
Yeah.
said Buffer's rider
Yeah,
killing form.
it is a
Because it's got the same horns, it's just a different
Chimera
faceplate.
It is a Chimera suit and a half.
I like
And yet somehow he gets a
But hey, at least
full double
he's
buckle while
finally
Neon
got a
doesn't.
final form.
Neon stuck with a fucking single buckle.
They could have done that in the show.
At least got something.
Yeah, Neon got something. Drake, be happy, Neon. Like, look at Valkyrie from 01. She got duked. She should have been given a proper. She should have been given a proper final form.
No,
Not
you
that
know
bloody
what?
Raid Rider.
Buffer's been given the Valkyrie treatment.
Oh, he's gonna get jobbed?
Buffer's
Oh,
been treatment. Where they don't give him a proper like new form until the V Cinema.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't repeat Valkyrie's
yeah.
story
And
where
even
he
then,
gets
it's
jobbed.
match.
Yeah, Valkyrie did get murked
Um,
straight away.
And yeah, aside from that Mod Podge monstrosity,
The
we
confirmed
get the reveal
return.
that Bereba, as expected. Well, I expected Bereba to come
Oh.
back. but not Mira.
Bereba was a character everyone was expecting because, like, she didn't die. We're not that lucky.
If anything,
Now,
if anything's
Niram,
linked to,
I didn't
to
expect
Buffer,
at first, but when I thought about it, really, like they brought back Girori.
Yeah, it makes
Realistically,
sense.
they could have
good
brought.
old Gregory.
Now, will they be able to save the freaking Gazer suit?
Probably not.
I don't think. I don't
That
think so.
suit-
But
In my guesses, I think it's gone.
we'll. But yeah, that's all the news and stuff.
It's all big news, anyway.
So, what we have to talk about this week, we have Kamen Rider Geats episode 48, the penultimate episode.
I
we have
haven't
Kingohger
watched it yet.
episode
I have-
20, first core. We have Ultraman Blazar episode 7, the first of a two-parter. And we have the long-awaited
Shin.
Shin,
Oh,
aka
God.
aka Kekira's Wet Dream.
I haven't seen it yet.
Am I
For
right?
fuck's sake.
Why
Wait,
have
what?
been traveling 3 months?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Give me that. I've got a whole week to watch everything. So
Yeah, you have a week to
I'm sorry,
binge.
wait, Grand, you did not watch Shin Kamen Rider?
I tried to, but it was locked in America, and I got back this morning. So I haven't. Really
Wait,
got time.
it was
Okay,
it
fair
was
enough.
locked
Okay,
out of America.
fair enough.
So
We will
so
excuse
what-
him
so
because
in,
he
so
had
I'm in
region
America-
locking issues.
So I looked it up and it said like it came up with like Shin Kamen Rider, and I went to go like I was going to download it to like watch while I was on my OD one night. I would look at it and go, sorry, it's not available in this country. One, oh, for fuck's sake!
Okay, not gonna lie,
I'm pissed.
That's hilarious.
But
not
it's available
because you,
here.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Not because you couldn't watch it. That fucking sucks. But the fact of it's region locked from the USA and not the UK.
It was. I was
I mean,
mad,
other
'cause then I was like,
other
what?
US content creators have been able to watch it.
Well, yeah, but
Illegally.
it came out in cinema for.
So I don't. Maybe it was something about like
I think they had an
maybe
actual
it had something to do with
screening
your
for it.
devices.
I don't know. All I know is I couldn't watch it on my phone because I was going to
Not
download
entirely.
it for an OD one night. Oh God, you know ODs were paid.
Well, we can put that off for a week then.
But do we really want to mix Shin Kamen
I mean, we're already
Rider
going to be
with
doing. It makes sense. We're already doing one big KR talk. Why not do two at once?
I mean, fair enough. Yeah. Okay, so the Shin Kamen Rider discussion.
Delayed 1 week.
It
be
will
put
be
off
watched. I'm
one more
probably
week,
going to
yeah.
watch it tomorrow. Because then or I'll probably watch it at some point next week while I'm applying for jobs and stuff.
So let's get into, guys. What should we do first? Should we do Ultraman? Should we do Kingohger? Or should we do Geats first?
It's up to you.
I
ain't got a problem. I haven't
I-
watched. I'm just open to talk about all of it.
I personally say Geats just because we have the most info of that, so best to end Geats like from the beginning.
I'm not looking forward to talking about it.
I'm not
I'll
gonna
be
lie.
honest.
I'm sad. I'm actually quite sad. Geats is over next week. No, it's not next week. Over tomorrow.
But-
I'm.
Yeah, it's
I
over
know we're
tomorrow.
talking-
It's over tonight.
Tomorrow, yeah.
I
mean,
know.
as
It's
of the uploading of this video, as of
it will be over.
Yeah.
the uploading. So by the time this video goes
And then-
up, Geats is already done.
And then we get to watch Gotchard. Yay!
Hey, it could be
Valverad.
it could be
Give me all that Valverad content.
yeah, this
Oh,
Geats.
you know he's
Right,
gonna get
let's get
shrines.
into it.
yeah, Geats.
So the episode opens with people being forced to become Kamen Riders.
Yep. And
The whole premise of
we also see the
this
mass
new game,
return of
like,
Game
this
Masters.
new game that because freaking Swell seems to love
Swell wanted to make a Hunger Games.
to get on games. So the whole premise of the game is that you have to rob happiness from other players, and there's only one man, and it's basically a one-man standing
That doesn't shock me. That
sort of
seems
thing.
like
If
And
you
I think-
try to escape, if you fail or you try to escape, a game master will come through, click their fingers, and
Explosion. And also the fact of
and
if
pull
you are asked to become a rider, the belt will just appear on you.
Oh.
So yeah, well, outside of that, we do have Kay was finally got a job. He got a job at
The job earlier in the show. It's
he
more
got a
like
job
this.
at episode 1,
Yeah. It's more fact that
so
the
good
job
for
to see
him.
do it.
But yeah, 2 high schoolers who were there also, but we can attack each other, but they can't bring each other to do it because they're in love.
Mm.
So they try and escape, but a game master comes through, clicks his finger.
Yeah. With Kay, we're chasing after them, literally like, no,
Oh, yeah.
stop running.
Stop running, please! I'm a Kamen Rider. I can help you.
And we also have
bang.
like Ace and Samura basically trying to stop riders from fighting. They're like, stop fighting each other. Oh, we
They're
also
just skulking around.
have the return of Secretary Lady.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I did have that put down as I literally
know.
brackets for some reason. Samus.
Yeah, she just
I
had.
didn't forget because to be honest, I remembered her name out of spite
But we do.
Did
We
she
then
whip
get.
because
Did
she's
she
so
whip her Glock out?
uninteresting, so fucking boring. She is
did
absolutely
nothing for any of
freaking
the
useless.
story.
The only bit she's actually done that is memorable is shooting Niram.
shooting Niram and taking his place, even though she's done fuck all since.
He's like, ha! I am now in charge. Bye.
Yeah, she did fuck all.
Except,
Yeah.
but yeah, we do have the. So basically, the whole thing is like the VIPs get to vote on what the
We do also
trailers
get
they get blown up.
a scene which is also hilarious to me because of we see someone like lose a fight and get to about to be exploded, and Buffer literally kicks the guy so hard he spins about 10 feet away.
But then Buffer and Kay were talking, and then Kay
It's like, don't
was like
harm
invincible
them.
after all. Kay was like, "Don't harm them," and he's like, "Oh, fine." But then they're beating the shit out of him, and he's like, "Hey, fuck you, stop that!"
Stop it. Well,
Stop
you
killing
have Ace
killing
when
people.
he's like fighting them. You have Ace when he's fighting them. And he literally gets the gun out, looks like he's about to shoot, and just fires in the air. It's like, stop, okay?
But yeah, once Geats pulls Boost Mark 2,
Yeah, because that
So
suit's still
stop
around
them.
somehow.
the game, and Ace and Samuri return to their family home, and Ace is still on his
Yeah,
family
she was like, you are my family.
But then it's like, why have they returned to the house? But then a game master walks in,
Yeah, and it's the fucking reaction.
and it's like, you fuckers, we already knew what to expect.
Yeah,
because
it
we
was
knew
leaked. It was leaked he was coming back.
he's back. The glare suit isn't back because that thing got
Also,
fucking butchered.
let's just mention how Neon's doing fuck all this episode until the very end.
Yeah, well later. But yeah, Girori's back.
Yeah.
The most noble game master is back.
And the best thing is he's on Geats' side because he's gone. No, he's actually what we wanted in a rider.
Basically,
It took him
Girori's
being fired to realise it.
It took him being fired to realize that Ace is actually like doing
Ace
good.
is the ideal rider. Suck it, Kakarot.
Seems like Gregory was right though.
That's why I keep saying Shin Kamen Rider is Kekura's wet dream.
Probably. Though we also.
That's what he. So yeah, in order to, and this is actually a good callback to episode 1 or episode 2 actually, when Dark Samura is reinitiating the game, she does the Ichigo
Yeah, the henshin.
pose, what normal Samuri did in episode 2 to initiate the treasure hunt.
Because we
And
do
yeah,
also
then
get the
everybody
group
becomes
like
riders and starts
talking.
beating the shit out of each other again. Kawa helps with evacuations while Buffer fends them off. And Win starts like beating the shit out of the game masters.
About to lose and gets helped by the Pikmin Jamato.
Yamato with sunflowers, and Samuri does not like it.
Yeah, and it has literally been confirmed by the costume designer. They are a deliberate reference to Pikmin.
Well, I mean, hey, Pikmin 3?
4.
A new
4.
Pikmin game released recently.
Yeah. There's the fact of you have one of them like
As part of Shin Barbenheimer.
Win is just like, oh, okay. And you just have a Jamato just doing the devil horns. It's like, I don't know how to feel about this. The fan base has had fun with the Pikmin memes, though. But we did also have a fun little scene of Neon and Time Father.
Time Father!
Because...
Well, no, that's later.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later, because Girori manages to get Ace into the DGP lobby, much to Samus' surprise.
How are you here?
Like, Samus, how the hell did you get in here? Girori, I'm back, bitch.
The minute they
Fire
showed
me
the
again,
mask,
I dare you.
The minute they showed the mask, I was like, oh no, he's back.
I mean, we got the freaking cast leak.
Yeah,
so we knew he was coming back regardless. But to be honest, I was expecting it to be like a sort of like flashback scene.
Yeah, same here. That's what I was expecting, honestly.
Of
For him
like the
actually
newly recorded footage for like a
pre-beginning of the show game.
back, but no, they actually brought him back.
Yeah.
It's a shame he's probably gonna get to do fuck all in the finale.
This is when they
Because he
shock us
appeared
all.
here and then pretty much just
This is when they shock us all and just bring back the glare
Brigade
suit.
Omega get to do their shit. Now, Brigade Omega.
Bullshit
Swell,
powers.
fucking close the eye. I'm gonna quote Chris Evans. I don't like it. It's fucking ugly. And it's busted.
Yeah.
I like
It does.
I like
So
the
yeah,
Rizard
he
suit.
pulls out Magnum and Boost. Well, he pulls out the Magnum buckle and
Summons infinite magnums.
makes a wall of Magnum shooters. In other words, a massive wall of money.
Wall of guns. And he also weaponized the Kawa gag.
Well, yeah, but so yeah, like some random like abandoned like car park that was probably used for the 0-1 finale. And yeah, they turned the Kawa boost
Gag into an actual attack.
gag into. Now, what are the chances that he's probably going to use that next episode against Kawa? And Kawa's going to have.
I
Kawa
will
now
laugh if they do.
have.
Probably.
So I think it's
But
just a
yeah, then
sixth
we
sense
get
thing.
the reveal that Brigade Omega is powered by the when the VIPs are basically told to fuck off by Neon and Kosei.
We're not even told to
He's
fuck off.
basically
It's the oh yeah, who's
Frozen
gonna
in.
like keep you safe if Geats wins? It's that It is hilarious. You're like, wait, time travel powers? And time fires involved.
And then, even though Brigade Omega is frozen in place because he doesn't have to, he somehow is able to reverse time around Geats to de-transform him. Somehow.
De-transform him and take away the power of Boost 9.
He does, but he's still able to be busted as fuck. Why?
Yeah, his power is literally called Reverse. He embodied the power of DJ Casper.
It's not fair.
Yeah, Ace loses Boost Mark 9, which...
And apparently because Geats is immortal. And
You're
so,
immortal,
like,
you can't have the power of gods.
Like, victims to his powers.
Okay. We kind of
So
wrote
then
Ace is too
approach him with the
powerful.
Magnum shooter to basically shoot him in the head.
Yep, because of one thing...
I have a theory that they actually stop for Dark Samurai, and the Samurai that shoots him is actually Dark Samurai. Although
that's what they suggest, because there is a scene...
That's what they suggest.
Because there's a scene where we see normal Samurai, and then behind her is Dark Samurai walking through.
This is part of Ace's grand plan. Because Ace does say, I'm ready to go.
And if the... Because there was a leak literally about an hour before we... Yeah. And there was a leak about an hour before this started. Of the Geats final.
I've been avoiding it.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning it. I haven't actually read it either.
If you bring it up, I will cry. Right. But yeah, then we hear a bang and episode ends. Next episode is the actual grand end.
Yeah. Well, we recreated one symphony, I think. Let's recreate another. Yep, and it's called Daybreak F.
Yeah, people have been speculating because...
I hate the speculation. I hate it.
People have been speculating that it could be a Ryuki-style time loop.
I don't want it. I really hate...
I don't want to believe it either.
Ryuki's ending is what caused me to hate that season. if Geat copied it, I quit. That would kill Geats for me. It's like, no. Even the last few episodes, which have been meh, haven't been terrible. If the ending is just like Ryuki, it's like, no, this season's garbage.
Anyway, let's talk about hoodlums, maids, and miners piloting a giant robot. Let's talk about Kingohger.
There's,
I saw that.
there's so
That
much
looks-
wrong
So
with
the
some of
episode,
this.
I
the episode
saw that
opens
clip.
with Jeremy sulking.
Yeah, it opens with Jeremy sulking, like many episodes have, because he literally realizes I'm an idiot. Since,
Yeah.
Gran,
so
just for
then
catch
all
up, last episode it was revealed that Jeremy's book, the thing that literally, like, the world history, is the reason everything in this season happened.
So if
basically
never
Jeremy
made- so
basically Jeremy villainized the Bugner.
just
And
Rocket.
Jeremy basically caused a world war.
Oh.
Because in his good-naturedness of like, oh, here's a story to give people hope, it unknowingly caused anger
He's
for
a
the
storyteller
Bugnarok.
and a war criminal.
Also, we did find out that Jeremy's actually related to Defnarak.
Yeah, I saw.
Well, he
I
has
saw that
Narak
clip,
in his
yeah.
name.
He's like
Yeah.
a distant relative cousin of Death Narak.
Yeah. There's like fucking moments like,
It's probably Desnarak and his mother are like cousins or something.
yeah, it's more like distant cousins.
So yeah, then the main team like grouped together to basically figure out what the hell they're gonna do with Desnarak being in the center of the earth trying to blow it up.
Mm.
And
What has
Yanma
happened to
speculates,
Kingohger
yeah,
since-
all of these should
Oh.
combine them.
A lot has happened, Grant.
What?
Like a literal fuck ton.
Jesus Christ! Last time I fucking watched Kingohger, they were fighting over Jeremy because he was like, I don't know whether I'm with the Bugnarok or the Kingohgers.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
Oh yeah, Racules is dead.
Yeah, that too.
Is he dead,
Kingohger
or is he coming back?
We haven't
Kingo's
seen his.
fucking died.
We've seen his
We've
coffin.
seen him fall off a cliff,
We never
and we
saw
saw
the
his
body.
coffin. We never saw his body.
Yeah, that is
Oh,
like the
so this
one
could be
caveat.
like-
Like,
Oh, so this could be like a
Also-
Gira thing.
yeah, that's what most people are thinking. It's like, you haven't showed us his body. Show us his body.
Like how Gira deceived everybody.
That was also just the other kings doing
Some people, aka Cast Ranger, were speculating, oh yeah, Racules could come back as a cyborg. And I'm like, you
I hate how.
Watashi wa gira magzu.
That would be mad.
Oh,
Right,
one's
I could
funny. So yeah,
imagine if Racules was King Curie. What's it called?
basically,
King
basically,
If he
basically
got the
to-
fucking King Q red thing, I will be pissed.
to wrap on Kingohger a bit. Racules is dead. Gira is now king of Shugoddam. And yeah, it's very, very hot. And Desnarak wants
It's hot like
to
Kamena.
block because Jeremy basically slandered him in a book.
Oh,
So yeah, then Bean and Yanma's basically like, yeah, we need to combine all the shoe gods and pull him out in 7.9 seconds. Or was it 79
79 seconds, exactly the length of the
seconds?
opening
Exactly
credits.
79 seconds. Which is exactly how long the TV version of the Kingohger.
oh, okay, all right,
Apparently.
Yanmo. I see what you're doing. I see what you're doing, there, Yanmo.
But then they interrupt. Okay, so also, with combining everything into this God Kingohger, is that all the pilots need to be chosen by the Blades.
Yeah. Also, every Zord
really?
needs to be piloted.
There needs to be 20 pilots. And that's
But then
what this
how are they
whole
able to
episode
do
is.
then how were they able to do like Extreme Kingohger?
Because
Or
that
just
was only
the 6 of them?
six.
Plot
Yeah,
convenience.
it's called. We want to sell it. We want you to remember these side characters that basically mean nothing in the long run.
Oh.
Interrupted. They're interrupted as a flock of Bugnarok are terrorizing the streets. As Jeremy's like basically is betraying him, and we get a Spider Kimono stock engine.
And like Gira stock engine, it looks shit.
I think it looks fine.
I just got off
I'm just
watching
hoping
two
that
really
in the
good stock
second. I'm
engines.
just hoping in the second. I'm just hoping in the second
What is this
quarter
stock engine?
Mostly just because I want to see
Basi-
Super Ichi waste all of his money.
a stock engine is basically kind of like the Lupat and Cat Ranger engine, where it's like them and a green screen.
Oh, like
Hold on, let me see if I
That's
can
what a
find.
stock engine is. Because Kingohger hasn't been using those recently, like for the most part.
Oh, they just been going
Let
straight
me see if I can
into.
try and find the video of it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Well, I think I've been watching a ton of
Where
that
is it?
in Dino Fury.
Dino Fury had it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the only people
Where they
who got stock engines are Kurgasa Oja,
Gira and
Okuogoja,
Jeremy.
and Spider Kimonos.
Mm.
I can just hear Grand messing.
Yeah. I can just hear
shot.
her in the background.
I love it.
Yeah. I made a note of Racules still being in the opening.
Yes, he's still in the opening. Which, it's very weird.
So
He's been gone for a
alluding to the
while.
fact that he'll probably come back.
Most likely.
But also Boshimar is still in the opening, and it was out.
Yeah, it could just be the fact that they were
Jim
waiting for the
was
second
Boshimar the
choir
whole
to
time.
update you. There's a running fan theory.
Yeah,
that
one of
with the
Racules' retainers was a Bugnarok the whole time.
Didn't we call that from like episode 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, everyone called it.
Everyone did. Everyone did. Everyone just went, okay, one of you is Bugnarok. Oh,
I saw
look,
that
we were
reveal.
fucking
So,
right.
then we.
I saw the clip and
Anyway,
went,
moving
yeah,
on.
that doesn't shock me.
Oh. Anyway, yeah, we get
We have each person.
back into the mimics Jeremy, splits into 4 and mimics Jeremy to mock him. Basically mock him for being an absolute fucking dumbass.
Stop being stupid, Jeremy!
Garo Jim is doing this. The whole reason that Garo Jim is doing this is because he basically wants Jeremy to stop being a goddamn pussy.
Yeah, and actually start acting like a king.
Ah.
Because
He wants her
Jeremy
in order
realizes
to fulfill his goals.
Jeremy literally realizes he's been all bark, no bite when it comes to being a king.
So then he makes a promise to Garo Jim to defeat Desnarak and become king of the Bugnarok so that the Bugnarok can live in peace with humanity as
While
like
also
Bugnarok.
asking
A Bugnarok's now like.
while also
Bugnarok's
asking
now, like,
Garo Jim to be his retainer.
it's more the fact
humans
of it's only really Jeremy's retainer. Because
we find
never
out that Garo Jim has been
Jeremy's
chosen.
Yeah.
So then we find out that Garo Jim has been chosen to be one of the Shoot pilots.
Yeah, because Jeremy's retainer was never one to really
More
fight.
specifically for the P Chainsaw.
Oh.
So then they go back and they realize that the Oja Cal.
Our swords can pick who can.
What it's called.
Who can.
They light up when
Kimono Slayer.
when the Shoe Gods have chosen the pilots.
And the best thing is how we find Gira's like first chosen one is he hands the sword to the mechanic from the Hercules special who basically helped cause like the Kabuto castle to work. And like he takes it like, oh, I'm going to examine it. It starts glowing. It's like,
Oh yeah,
what?
Oh yeah, again that was cool.
That was called very early on. But like the mechanic who helped fix it is chosen. His face is like, wait, me? What?
I still
Why am I
remember
chosen?
Gira absolutely freaking out when.
When it first started transforming,
when the mecha was
because
like,
when the mecha transforms, the walls start closing in. It's like, no, don't crush me.
He's like, no, stop, property damage, no.
I don't want to die.
This isn't my property. But yeah, basically the mechanic for the castle gets chosen by complete accident.
Yeah, he is literally just as shocked down like,
if they light up, but then he's like, oh yeah, if the calibers light up when they choose a shoe guard, it shouldn't do it with me.
I won't be chosen.
So then all the kings split up to find their
they return to their kingdoms and
the remaining
12
pilots that they need.
You have Yanma, who is
meanwhile Desnarak is chilling in
the
sauna.
Yeah, like Yanma.
I'm starting to think that this episode is going to be more scuffed than the previous ones because we're all talking over each other.
And to be fair, you two've got microphones that pick up the speakers.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't watched. I'm just kind of here, just listening. I haven't watched any of the episodes this week.
You're here for the
I'm here for the recap.
But yeah, the people of Inkaso.
You're doing what I did when you guys talked about Don Brothers.
Yeah. Oh, we can talk about Loopat as well.
Well, I didn't talk about Don Brothers. I didn't want to talk about Don Brothers.
Too late.
Oh, I love Don.
Yeah, with the like how they pick their chosen ones. Yanma's on
in
point.
Kasopa, they basically have a massive
Do they have a hacking tournament?
Fight.
Yeah, Yanma literally just puts the sword on the ground and just goes, fight over it. See who's chosen.
Go nuts.
And please, you have everyone else reaching for it.
So they were reaching for it, but I thought the sword chose the people.
Yeah, but his kingdom, despite being really smart,
just an elaborate way of like whittling down the pile.
Yeah.
It was basically Yanma's way of whittling down the pile, and then it came down to his retainer.
Yeah, basically the people we've constantly seen. But the funniest thing is his retainer is just like. He's just like, oh, you're fighting over it? Only I'm the one who can wield it. Jumps in, you get the cartoon clown of him, and then just disappears. You've got him holding the sword, like, Yanma! Like, full-on, like, warrior pose.
That retainer annoys me.
Jimenez is a lot more civilized, where the leader of the nurse has the
Yeah, you've got the head nurse.
His personal butler are all chosen.
Yeah.
Sebastian!
Have we ever actually seen that head nurse before? Because I don't remember her at all.
No, we've seen
she's a new character.
We saw that fat one. She pops up.
Yeah, we've seen the head nurse. We've seen Sebastian.
But yeah, Himeno chooses her 3 pilots. Kaguragi has dinner with the
his
Kaguragi has a sister who married Hercules.
Yes, what? Kaguragi is technically... Yeah, that actually happened.
Kaguragi and Gira
are brothers-in-law.
Technically.
What the fuck?
This is a fucking trip.
That is an episode which we cannot give justice to describing.
I mean, that was also the final. That was also the final duel.
Yeah, that was also the final appearance of Hercules
and Gira.
What?
Again, we cannot do it. That is an episode that when you watch it, you will probably be going nuts.
Also, Kaguragi's sister is kind of a psychopath.
Oh yeah, she's like her brother. It's fucking insane.
She's related to Kaguragi, of course she is.
Also, she actively wanted to marry Hercules.
Oh, yeah, she's batshit insane. That's not. She's Well, all tracks.
Ultimately, she was doing it just to be able to help Kaguragi get the crown lance off of Hercules.
Well, there are also like hints that she was genuinely caring for Hercules. It's like,
Yeah.
just gonna back away from the crazy
So
lady.
anyway, yeah, they get chosen. So yeah, Kaguragi's psychotic sister and the leader of the Kuroko's get. And then
with
the
his
funniest
Kuroko
one
literally
is,
going, "No, I don't want
Rita.
to be chosen."
Rita basically leads Morphonia into their like
The Muffin Room.
Moffin's there like, yeah, please pick up the sword. Morphonia picks it up, it glows. That can't be a good thing, right?
The sword, which is being held by a Muffin.
Clear that
Like she is literally so. It's like, I don't want to do this. What? Oh shit! It's gonna be more
Morphonia
work,
is
isn't it?
literally there. Like, do this, and then Rita screams, and then like Carbidon's her. Help me.
Oh yeah, the Rita scream's still appearing.
Yeah, and then Rita Carbidon's Morphonia into help her.
There is energy there. There is energy there.
And apparently quotes quotes the Muffin anime when they say we'll be together forever, and then Morphonia reluctantly just goes, no.
I don't want to do this.
But then after all of this, they're still short of 2 pilots.
Yeah, which is Gira's 2 pilots.
Very reluctant.
Yeah, he doesn't want to put his civilians in danger after all the shit.
So then his retainer. More context. Hercules has 2 retainers. One of them was Boshimar, one of them was Duga. Boshimar got outed as Girojim, as Kamijim.
Mm-hmm.
And basically left with nothing to do, so he became Gira's retainer. And Duga was chosen to be one of the pilots. Because he basically forced the
he literally ripped the sword out of Gira's hands. It's like, let me pick up the sword!
So,
and then Gira's like, what are you doing? You've got a family. But Duga's like, I don't fucking care. I'm gonna die for my goddamn country.
It's only fair.
The other one, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the one that was actually honourable, because his explanation is like, if you are fighting, it's only fair I fight with you.
So then, Gira gathers everyone and
that's fair.
Basically forces everyone to promise him that no one will be sacrificed.
Yeah. We will all... No one dies!
In the forehead. He goes to punch Yanma, flicks him in the forehead, and then forces everyone to promise him that no one will die.
Yeah, also we had the last two pilots, because... I'm counting it as 2.
Oh, it's forced to be 2 because Kogane decided to join Boon.
See, I kind of have a controversial opinion on those ones because of the last pilot. Yeah,
Minor.
I have a controversial opinion because I would have honestly I would have preferred it, and it would have been much funnier if it was the guy who was the average Hercules supporter until Hercules revealed his arsehole intentions.
I think I might shut myself. I hate him.
Oh, his character is hateful. His actor is fucking brilliant. His actor is on point.
No, as soon as Hercules got outed as a monster, that guy was like, "Yeah, fuck Hercules. I'm with Gira."
Yeah,
he flipped the switch.
His actor, the character is a shithead. The actor is phenomenal.
You know his character.
He is making every scene perfect.
You know his character, if he was a sports fan, is a glory hunter. Whoever wins the league, he's like, yeah! The moment his team starts losing the league, he's like, fuck that team, I want to go support the team that's winning.
I want to make... You mention, sports fans. I want to make, a connection, but it's a really controversial one, considering the person who I'm linking the Kingohger character to is... I'm not going to mention it, but yeah. I'll probably mention it once after we've recorded if I remember.
Yeah, like the final pilot is the little orphan
So
boy.
yeah, then all 20 pilots are chosen. Well, I put all 21 because we're counting Boone and Koyami.
Yeah, because of
even though they're both piloting the same makeup.
Yeah, it's the little orphan boy, and his sister's just like, "I'm going with you. You are a child."
The little orphan boy and his caretaker.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Don't they pilot
who
God
is-
Ant as well?
they get to pilot.
Yes, they pilot God Ant.
They get
like,
to pilot
literally-
the worst mech.
Who turns out to be the absolute goat.
God, I hate that fact.
What do you mean? What? How is he?
And then
How's God Ant the goat?
Because it's part of the sword.
we'll talk about it. We'll
Yeah.
talk about it. We'll talk about it. But then we get it's time for your advent, God Kingohger. And then we get the Kingohger, and then we get the Shoe God rap.
It's so
Shoe
shit. It is so
God!
shit. Yeah, except it's basically a quick rap version listing all the shoe gods. Like, this is shit.
But
You
no,
could
the
have
reason
done
they
something
made it.
epic.
No, the reason they made it for the combination in the Crown Lance, because the Crown Lance has combination sounds for Extreme and God Kingohger.
Kuwagita
And also-
Oh, I really want that sword.
But I think I might have it down pat, maybe. Because I think it goes. I'm hoping that it picks up. It goes. Kuwagata Tombo, Kamakiri Papillon, Hajitento, Kuma Ant, Rolling Snail, Pizza,
Do you realise I have the episode up right? I can literally look at it and
Hercules,
say it.
Coxa Cabuto. Yeah, I've nailed that.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
like-
nailed it.
You nailed that.
That's how bored I was at work.
The funny thing is, we get a scene of like everyone in a cockpit, and because of with the castle, it has to be controlled. Like it's supposed to be controlled by the lance.
No, the castle pulls a sound wave. It mass shifts.
Oh yeah, it does that too.
No, because Grand, for reference,
It-
King Kork is the largest Sentai mecha like ever. It's taller than the deck. It's taller than the
It's taller than most Ultra
the
Zords.
Delta
the
Command.
robot base.
It's taller than the SPD base.
Yeah, it is the biggest mech,
It's basically
and yet
the Delta
somehow it
Command base,
shrinks
except
down.
How does that make
they
sense?
command base, except they forgot to bolt everything down. Mass shifting.
And the thing is, like, it is
It turned into a
controlled.
hologram and
It is controlled via lance joystick. The lance
Sounds like-
becomes a joystick.
okay.
Sounds like the submarine accident all over again to me.
Oh Jesus! I
Well, I
forgot
mean-
about that.
No, because I had a realization that was 2 months ago.
What, the submarine?
The submarine incident was 2 months ago.
Poor, that's poor timing by Toei, wasn't it? Yeah, submarine goes bang. What do we do to make a big giant robot move? Joystick? Ah, go with it.
No, but you know what? Also, Gottschalk has a submarine card.
Oh God! I'm
Oh,
actually
that's fucking brilliant!
Oh, what's the
Remember
combo?
Deep
Gotcha.
Marina?
Oh no!
It's
No! Oh,
combo,
Toei!
guys. The combo is Deep Marina and Venom Bake, which is mushroom. It's fungal. It's a fungus.
Oh yeah, because all those bodies are now in fungus.
Yes. Well,
You
no.
know,
Technically,
if-
they've imploded.
If that
Anyway.
debuts and then instantly loses in its first episode, Toei is just shitting on
Drake,
America.
this is what you've done. Drake, this is what you've done. You brought up a controversial subject, and now we've all gone. Now we've all lost the
Bring
topic.
that up! That was Grand that brought it up!
No, that was me. Yeah.
Never mind. Grand, what have you done?
Don't blame me for this
You
shit!
come back and then you come
Yeah,
back and
Drake.
make us
Why'd
more
you bring it
scuffed.
up?
Hey, I've been getting the
God.
center. I have been following the way of the thief.
Good. Sentai's the
I know. I'm
Rider is the
starting to name the
best.
scuffed Grand Return.
There
Anyway,
you
On
go.
point.
yeah. So basically, the giant clusterfuck of the Earth grabs Desnarak and just yoinks him out.
All the while, the theme song is blaring.
And yeah, all the puff to like not die and to like give it their all, and yeah. So then they yoink him out, and they have the proper fight to do something.
Oh, that's cool.
Like they all get to contribute, especially God Ant. Now this is where I was saying, because God Ant's purpose, if you remember, was to power up the Megazord, was to power up Kingohger for the finisher attack. That is exactly.
Oh, does it?
And things, they
Yeah.
literally, the fucking pilots literally have to be told, get on your fucking sword!
Well, they are kids.
No, but like when you see the combination, it looks like the ant is trying to escape and it's getting dragged back.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to be here!
I don't want to be here. Let me go.
They're literally, as they're pulling like Defnarak out of this end of the earth, you have the theme song just blaring.
So yeah, then
Imagine if we get a
Desnarak
whole
goes
new
down. He shrinks back down.
We probably will.
He shrinks down, and then the Kingohgers basically walk up on him to be like, "Yeah, we're ending this now." And then the episode
Hey, yo.
finishes.
Hey, yo, Desnarak, take my Glock, bitch. Dead.
And
That's
yeah,
it,
the next
Kingohger's
episode
finished.
is basically Jeremy versus Desnarak for the throne of the Bugnock.
Also, one thing that was leaked a while ago.
And Jeremy Rock, their own country.
Yeah, but also one thing that was leaked months ago. That literally we see in the show is God Tarantula Zero, but tiny.
Yeah, but nobody really cares about that.
Zero.
Probably.
God Tarantula it's just a thing that exists to market toys.
Yes, but Muffin's lovable.
Muffin is lovable.
So yeah, next episode is Jeremy versus Desnarak for the throne of the Bugnock. Now let's move on. Let's catch Grand up on Blazar. Basically, Kamen Rider Heart is now an Ultraman.
Yep, Heart's an Ultraman, played in the dub by second Black Ranger, Adam Park, aka Johnny on Bosch.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're gonna have both sub and dub. It's like a simulcast.
Yeah.
Which of you guys been watching it in the sub or the dub?
I watched the
I'm
sub.
more-
Graham watches
I'm
the.
more
Oh
of
no.
a
I watched the dub.
I'm more of a sub man.
I watched the
myself.
sub. Well,
I'll
yeah, you
probably
can
watch
get the sub contained within the same video. It's just which audio track you want.
Yeah, you just have to pick the audio track in the settings.
That's cool.
But yeah, Victor basically plays Gento Humura, who is the captain of a team of misfits titled SCUFFED.
Who have their own Mechagodzilla.
It consists of a happy-go-lucky undercover agent, basically, who we've been calling Karate Girl.
Yeah. Oh no, that's a different person. We've been calling.
Yeah, I'm going through each of them. We have.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have Gento, who's the captain.
Yep.
And we have was it Aoi? No, Ami. Ami, who is basically like an undercover operative. who is a martial artist and
Karate girl.
karate girl. But she's also a mechanic as well.
She's a weapons expert.
Yeah. We have Teraraki, who is the vice captain
Who is hilariously memeable.
and also a researcher, and he is the.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for his focus episode. And then we have Bando.
The fucking goat.
Bando.
Bando is basically the mechanic who works on their version of Mechagodzilla called Earth Garen. And
Yeah, and this, he is
if
built
you
like a
look at
motherfucker.
the thumbnail for the previous episode, if you look at the thumbnail for the previous episode, yeah, Blazar was basically Bando's sex appeal. Because the man's fucking swole.
He is a champion of Ninja Warrior.
Ninja. Oh, I'm missing.
Like actual Japanese Ninja Warrior.
Well, for context,
Oh, that's him.
it's a Bando thing for Ultraman. And then right after, he decided to partake in a Ninja Warrior thing where he broke the record.
Oh, crap! Did he actually?
And the funny thing is, the voice actor for Ultraman Z outran a horse.
Outran a horse.
Like a horse at max speed, Z's VA outran him.
Jesus Christ.
Ultraman is building its own army.
Fucking goated.
What in the?
But yeah, basically, yeah, as I was saying, yeah, all of them form the team for the series called tracking down Kaiju and beating him up, and then Ultraman Blazar just comes out of nowhere and is the giant space monkey.
Giant space monkey who has no fucking spine.
Space monkeys.
Basically, like he doesn't like Ultraman Blazar doesn't speak. He growls and screams.
That's it.
And
Sounds
he
like Amazon
jumps
to
and
me.
scratches and like kicks and
Sounds violent.
and his finish.
Oh, he's very much violent.
His finisher, he makes a spear out of a black hole and launches it at someone. Or he turns it into a fishing rod, or he splits it into two and breaks
It gets better.
Awesome.
back into his body
he
and
literally,
launches it.
Yeah. He basically...
He turned a sea kaiju into a shish kebab.
Yeah. And the episode after, he literally bent backwards like he'd been broken by Bane and launched the spear. And then, like, the episode last week had him go full Monkey D. Luffy and turn into a fucking spring.
Damn, this man's
Gumma Gumma Spiral Parade.
Gumma, I'm gonna rip your arms off.
Grand, watch Ultraman Blazar when you get the
I definitely
chance.
will be.
It's so good.
I definitely
It's my
will
first
be.
Ultraman series and I fucking love it.
It'll be my first Ultraman.
So
I can't lie, the change is pretty cool as well.
yeah, episode 7 opens up with Henri, aka Karate Girl, getting the whole team popsicles because the weather
It's very hot.
is very, very hot.
It's a hot world.
Gento is reading a certain book by Kazunori Yokomine, who is apparently a former GGF Academy professor and leading researcher in kaiju biology.
Oh.
Yeah, I was making notes on this. And yeah, apparently Gento was a student of his, which makes Teraraki very jealous.
Oh.
Yeah, it's something that...
We get more... No. Oh, yeah. The jumping contest.
Sorry, the what?
We need a bunch of clips just to show...
I was trying to find
a bunch of
GIFs of
clips as like a
Blazar.
pseudo-trailer.
Anyway, on to today's episode.
But yeah. so far into Yokomine, he's basically a very eccentric professor. We see him like looking around in a forest, and he stumbles across this pond. But then he lifts his sleeve, reveals he's got these like multicolored wristbands on, plunges his hand into the pond, and seemingly burns his arm off before collapsing. And yeah, he unlocks something and creates a upside down rainbow in the sky.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
What about the upside down rainbow?
The upside down rainbow sounds kind of cool.
So yeah, the opening, and then we see Bondo's working on Earth-Garen Mod 2, which is basically attaching like a pair of railguns onto Earth-Garen's
shoulders.
back. Yeah, the temperatures getting to everyone, and they're trying to investigate these rai. They've been present for a whole week, and they suspect that it's something kaiju related. So then Gento goes to meet his former academy professor
teacher.
for more information about these rainbows. To which Yokomine basically retails a story from his childhood where like he would pray to a deity who would bring them rain, but if there was like malice of the people who were praying to him, then they would cast a storm and the day. And so then yeah, he's like the way he acts, you can tell that he's Nikigagachi anymore. But yeah, elsewhere, like the pond that we saw Yokomine end up and outsprouts a kaiju. And the thing's fucking terrifying.
Yeah, the kaiju's fucking... The original kaijus for Blazar have been very interesting.
We have a shrimp, we have a dung beetle, which is very, very hot. Not hot as in attractive.
We have the
hot as we had a fish. We had a mountain. A mountain.
Yeah, which is terrifying.
We had machine controlling aliens.
Yep. This latest one and one last one.
Oh, we forgot to talk about the Chilsonite sword for Blazar.
To be fair, it was leaked a while ago.
That magazine scans revealed that. We're going back to the news section. Television scans revealed that Blazar form of the Chilsonite sword, which was something that was leaked like ages ago.
Yeah.
And I think he gets it from murdering a kaiju.
From what I've seen, it's very much he gets it as part of like a multi-parter.
Damn. That's fucking awesome.
But yeah, it's very interesting because Blazar doesn't really have.
Blazar has been going the Showa era route of Ultra.
But yeah, when we got when our boy Ranger Blazar Brace, we got 3 alternative like sounds. One was for a attack called the Rainbow Hate, which will be more prevalent in next episode. We got one for the Chilsonite. We got one for the Chilsonite sword, and then one that was seemingly like a power up.
Yeah, it's very much from the looks of things.
Like
it's going the
related armor.
Yeah, it's going the X method of things, where we get a base form.
But there's only one. That's the thing I want to bring up. There's only one of them in the Blazar Brace. That's what I find interesting.
Yeah. Also, this is the first season in a while where we haven't had an Ultra team up by this point.
Yeah. Who needs who needs like a generating monster that you can beat the shit out? So yeah, they deploy Earth Garen to try and take care of Nikigurachi. He's not moving, and he's
not even
tanking that
attacking.
generates a massive storm.
He's just standing there menacingly.
He's just standing there menacingly, creating a storm which nearly like almost blows up, like because of the depressurization of the atmosphere. Like they're getting like a massive headache from the depressurization. It's the creation of a giant friggin' typhoon. So yeah, they retreat. Find out that Nikigurachi is wandering around, basically storms that are traveling throughout Japan, and they do a bit of like cultural research to find out that you need like. So then Gento goes back to Yokomine to try and get more answers out of him, which he's still fishing by a pond, even though there's like a massive storm happening.
Yeah.
Kamine asks, "What are your feelings about kaiju, Gento?" Gento obviously says, like, if they need to be taken care of, then we'll take care of them. But Yokomine, because he believes that, well, humanity needs to coexist with kaiju, and that's how it was in the old days. But then, humanity.
His mindset is that of the like monsterverse people.
So yeah, then we find out that Yokomine was the one who sat so that he could basically destroy humanity and start the world anew, or at least like essentially incinerate Japan. And he seems to be able to siphon power off of Nikigurachi because he's able to shoot a beam out of his hand that knocks out, which is interesting.
Is there like some dark Ultraman this year, or are we not?
Not in Blazar that we know of.
Not in Blazar. Last one we got was Trigger Dark. Or Evil Trigger, depending on.
Dark. Technically, the last Dark Ultra we got was Evil Trigger.
Was there nothing in Deca?
Deca did not have an evil Ultraman.
Oh.
Deca just had an evil robot.
Yeah. Then what is this juggler thing?
Deca just had terror.
That's from Ultraman Orb.
That's from years ago.
Wow.
Well, I mean, he was also in Z, but he wasn't really a villain. He was more of like.
He was an anti-hero there.
He's in Z. He was an asshole in Z.
I mean, when you had Yuka, did you really blame him?
Yeah, to be fair. Anyway, yeah, back to the show. So, yeah, basically, Gento's knocked out. The storms are intensifying. And Gento needs to let the other members of SCUFFED know that, yeah, they need to deploy Earth Garen to try and stop Nikigurachi again. Anri and Gento are piloting this.
Yeah. Also, this is the first episode of Blazar.
They treat this very realistically. Like they have like a schedule. They have like a training timetable.
And this is also the first episode. This is the first episode of Blazar without Blazar actually appearing. This is actually the first episode of Blazar where Blazar doesn't actually appear.
Well, he does.
I don't remember appearing. My memory is that bad.
He was right at the end.
Oh. Yeah, I don't remember that.
Where Nikigurachi, well, Yokomine seems to have some sort of like either control or connection and is able to basically open up his head. Basically, shield thing he has over his face and lift it up to reveal that he is one fugly motherfucker.
Yeah.
And yeah, basically one shot from like the giant laser, like the rainbow laser that Nikigurachi she has Mission Earth Garen for the time being. And as soon as I saw that, the first thing to my mind was, taste the rainbow, motherfucker! Which I guess is how, which I guess is how Blazar's going to be when he gets his hands on the
the
new attack.
which was revealed a while ago. Thanks,
And
Megabeans.
basically, Earth Garen is put out of commission, Blazar is sent into the sea. Because anytime Scard is in trouble and Blazar Brace just appears on Gento's wrist, as if Blazar is saying, yeah, I think you need me now.
You need my help.
Blazar appears in the scene, but he really doesn't really do much. Because his finishing attack, the Spiral
It doesn't do anything.
in order to avoid being face first blasted with this rainbow beam, Blazar basically has to descend, and basically Skada left with no really other options. Gento's left on, and Hikachi is left to wreak more havoc. And then the episode ends.
Again, Blazar is going the show around when it comes to Ultra, which has put some people off it.
I like it though. It's a really back to basics sort of thing.
I'm middle ground on it.
But yeah, next episode of Garen Mod 2 and seemingly introduces Ultraman Blazar's new attack, the Rainbow Halo. Or Rainbow Accordion.
AKA Rainbow fucking Shuriken.
The Rainbow Shuriken, yes. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. If we're not going to talk, that was pretty much it.
Because Grand's got a lot to catch up on.
I've got a lot to watch.
Yeah, you've got a bit of a packed watch list, yeah. But the good thing is, most of the Ultraman Blazar episodes are a lot shorter than you first anticipate, because most of it is full of ads.
Yeah, they have ads in the episode, so while it says half an hour, it's not.
So themselves are half an hour, but it's really 20 minutes.
24 minutes.
Tops. Yeah, it's 24 minutes, yeah. Yeah, I guess that just leaves next week
we should hopefully
will be now.
I
we'll
will
be
have
talking
watched Shin.
The Geats finale.
And
Geats as a whole. God Kingohger next week. I feel like
I think it depends on the episode. I think it depends on how the Kingohger episode goes.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we'll watch the episode. We'll reconvene probably at some point
within the week,
and then we'll talk about Kingohger next episode, or whether or not we want to put it off and talk about it the week after to make more room for
chaos.
It's more just
as well as Shin Kamen Rider when Grand gets a chance to watch it.
Yeah, next week is gonna be Rider Central.
It is Rider time next week.
Don't, because I've still got to watch the goddamn Shinobi.
Yeah, you've still got that to watch.
Special. The goddamn Tycoon Shinobi special. I've still got to try and fucking find it.
Try Tokuzilla.
I've still got to watch
Tokuzilla doesn't have it.
Kiss Asian.
I can send you a download link for it.
Kiss Asian, the one I've got has it.
You sent me the torrent link and I couldn't figure it out. Hold on. Let me see. Let's see if Tokuzilla actually has it friggin' subbed, or at least has its own sub.
Well, he's searching. I've just been watching. I've been on a Sentai kick.
Okay, right. So, live update. Tokuzilla. I will watch it at some point, and we will discuss it next week. So yes, Grand, you also have another thing to watch.
It's not that long though.
Yeah, I'll be able to blast through that. I mean, I've only got to watch.
It's a half hour. It's a
three
half hour TTFC special.
3 things. I've really only got to watch 3 things for Kamen Rider, just the 2 Geats episodes and that.
I mean, there's also the Punk Jack special and the Hyper Battle.
Oh, I still haven't watched the Jack special.
I'm not watching the Hyper Battle. The Hyper Battle.
It's not worth it. As long as you did
Just
watch it. It's
the
so bad.
Yeah, I'm not
watched
watching
the Punk Jack special.
I'm not watching the Punk Jack special. Maybe
The Hyper Battle's not fucking worth it. It is so
the
bad.
funniest thing you'll get out of the Hyper Battle video is Buffer calling out the DG.
Buffer calling out the writers.
Ha!
He's like, why do Nago and Tycoon get creative names? And I'm
Nago,
just
Tycoon, Geats, they all get creative names. Why is
Fucking
my
animal.
name so boring? And this is him
And then
yelling
Sumeru's
at
there
the
like,
top
at
of
least you're
lungs.
not Gimpen.
Like, it is quite literally
And then
to sum.
Gimpen.
The best way to sum up the Hyper Battle is quite literally what it is: a fever dream.
Oh, yeah, I'm not watching that. I'll watch Punk Jack and...
It is him in a drug trip.
Yeah, you've got
I'd
Tycoon special, the Punk Jack special, the Ace episodes.
Yeah, I'll watch those. Easy.
And
Kingohger.
Yeah,
God,
you have a lot to watch, but not as much as it looks.
You can crunch it down in like a day or two.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I can crunch it down a bit.
You can do what I did
One of
with
the
Blue
days.
Pat and just binge it all in a day.
Oh, lovely Pat. Lovely Pat. Oh, I'm honestly tempted to rewatch it again for the 3rd time.
I literally did an adaptation brief for it because my brain just went.
In fact, got the episode. Do you two want to talk about Lupat?
Sure. I literally finished it yesterday.
Saves us having to put it off until another episode.
I love Lupat. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Lupat is my favourite.
And it means we can get this episode to close to 2 hours.
My
Lupat
third
is my
favourite
favourite
Sentai.
Your
It
3rd?
is my third favourite.
What's your first? Oh, yeah, your first
my-
is Kyuuger.
Yeah, my first is Kyuuger, my second is God Kingohger, my third is Lupat, my fourth is Kingohger, and my fifth is Don Brothers.
First is Lupat. Second is Don Brothers. Third is Gokaiger. Fourth is Kira Major. What else have I watched? And then Ninja's 5th. Oh, no, Q
You've
Ranger.
probably watched more than I have.
I've watched Q Ranger, Ninja, and Kingohger. Oh, yeah, and I've started watching Geki Ranger. I don't know
Again,
what-
as I said, I during my Lupat watch through, my brain literally decided to write a adaptation brief on how to do it for PR.
I loved Lupat, but I do feel the Power Rangers got shafted at the end.
Yeah, I'm just going to leave you two to talk about it. I'm just going to put my microphone on mute.
I get why they didn't adapt it, especially because at the time, it was not a good time for police stuff.
Yeah, no. If they adapted it, it would have been screwed.
It would not have done well just because of at the time of when they were talking about it.
I think it would do well. I don't know.
It's one of the things that it's an interesting idea. It's more the fact of it's the executive producer of PR that's the issue, but that's a different thing. But literally, my adaptation idea was I looked at the Sentai and went, what can I keep that works, and what do I need to change for it to make it work. Like, for the Lupin Rangers, they were basically one-to-one from the Sentai because of they worked fine as they were for PR.
Yeah.
Like, literally, all that been needed changing would be the names. Like, the Pat Rangers, like,
Power Rangers
I straight up... Like, Pink would be the only one I wouldn't really change, because she was fine. Red, I would give a better backstory to. Because his backstory in the show was so bad!
Shit. Ketchiro
Like,
just...
He is a good Red Ranger!
It's such an underrated Red Ranger.
He's a good Red Ranger, but his backstory is so shit. The Green Ranger would be the one I change the most, because like I keep the fact of, oh, he has feelings for the Yellow Lupin. But I would change the rest of his character.
That's it.
I would keep the same.
To be honest, if I was to do it, I'd give Kate... If I could go back and readjust Lupat, it would be to adjust... Everything Lupin is fine in my eyes. It's the Pat Rangers that just need a bit more...
The Pat Rangers are the weakest part of it, despite being the main part of it.
Like Sakura's backstory. I enjoyed him as a character. I enjoyed all of them, but Keiichiro, as you said, he should have had a better backstory.
Yeah, his backstory is the weakest part of him, because when it comes to being a Red Ranger, he is the ideal Red Ranger.
Yeah.
Like, he fits this type for it perfectly. But his backstory is the worst part.
It just sucks how they kind of got shafted.
They did get shafted.
They got shafted so much. Especially at the end.
Yeah, like, it's why, like, with me, like, watching it, and for, like, the adaptation idea, like, we see in it, it's like, oh yeah, there's hints of corruption. How I would have done that would be, the Ganglers have people in the police force. Hence why, like, no, it's focusing on the Lupin Rangers. It's like the Lupin Rangers are framed criminals for the crimes of Ganglers.
Actually, that's a pretty good concept. It's a pretty good concept.
Like, it's like, okay, why are they wanted criminals? Because as far as in the show, they only really steal from the Ganglers. Okay, how can I do this? Okay, I'll make it so the Ganglers and like the police once.
They steal the Lupin collection. That they technically did steal the Ganglers stole the Lupin collection, so they're retrieving it back, and then they're also defeating the Ganglers. So in reality, the Lupin Rangers are doing nothing.
Yeah, but like how I would do it is like, no, they would literally be framed for crimes Ganglers committed, and like the Pat Rangers would they would slowly discover the corruption inside and like have a questioning of, are they actually the good guys trying to arrest the Lupins when the Lupins have actually been the good guys?
I would have loved to see
give them an art. Give them
was secretly corrupted.
I wouldn't have done that. I would have done the whole thing. It's like they literally have a question of faith about the police force. It's like
because in the VS
are we really the good guys?
Because in the VS Changer, they've got stands for a Lupin Black and a negative Ichigo, haven't they?
I don't know. I don't really look into it.
I think they do. And I'm a bit like, why did they never do that? Why?
I think it's because they don't want to overload the number of Rangers, because this was a very unique setting. Especially with Noel. Or Noel, how you fucking pronounce his French name.
I liked Noel. Noel was a good addition.
I was mixed on him. My mentality was he should have been the one to recruit the Lupins.
I think the Lupin's identity should have been revealed way earlier.
I'm fine with how they handled the Lupin's identity being revealed, because it was the ultimatum.
I think it should have happened earlier. I think something.
I think the Pat Rangers
should have found out earlier.
Like how I would do it if I was writing is I would have each Pat Ranger find out the identity of an individual ranger. Like Keiichiro would find out the identity of Kairi as Lupin Red, but not the identity of Toma as blue and Yumika as yellow. Like he'd work out Kairi just because of the personalities. Same with like the others. They'd work out one ranger but not the rest, and it'd be a whole thing of like when they each come together and go, oh yeah, maybe the other person ranger's like, nah, it can't be, they're too different. Like it'd be a questioning thing of, and have it be an arc moment where like they come together and realize like they're good people, like they're our friends.
Yeah.
But it leads to the questioning of faith and the investigation into the corruption. But with No, I'd have him, so he's the one that recruits the Lupins. So they know about him in advance, but it's kind of a whole thing of he leaves the fact of he is a undercover, like he is a double agent to his like appearance as the 7th Ranger. So his company is like, they question like his loyalty, like, you're a cop and you're a thief, which are you? You recruited us, but was that for your own game or to help us? Because like one thing I even thought was like with the likes of Goody, who's honestly one of the best characters in the show.
I love Good Striker. Like I have Good Striker, and it's such a fun toy to play with as well.
I have an idea of like for the Ultra Zord, it's not just how he just comes out of nowhere and says I can combine your powers. It would be a like multi-part episode with Goody like having developed a friendship with both teams, having trouble deciding who to help. And it leads to him going, I want to help
with
both.
The Lupin. Yeah, because
with the Lupins,
Goody formed. Well, it was more Umika.
It was more
Yumika's
like
like,
Yumika and Kairi. Like it was Kairi and Yumika he formed a friendship with. Toma, he never really formed a friendship with, but that fit Toma's character. Toma was the standoffish one.
Tony is your typical dad. He's like, my kids are happy, let them be.
Yeah.
I have to be the strict one, I'll be the strict one.
Yumika was the happy-go-lucky one of the season. Kairi was the snarky one.
I love Kairi. He will always be
because
my favorite.
he is again. He's probably my 3rd favorite Red.
Him and Captain Marvelous. I'm sorry, are just my 2 favorite.
Marvelous is my 2nd again. But like the team itself is very well developed for the Lupins. But it's like there's a lot of issues for the season. It's like if they just did some things better, if they made some characters more important, like Hilltop.
Yeah, they should have made Hilltop. They should have made the Butler a bit more important. I feel like Hilltop should have been. There should have been a story with him and the guy. Like it would have made sense to him. Like there should have been. He should have been. Because we never even got a story on how the hell they got their V changes either.
Yeah, it's hinted at, and it's hinted at, and Noel even says he sent them to help fight the Ganglers, but he didn't know who they were being sent to. I would do it if I would have it so Noel would have actively sent them to the Pat Rangers, but it's like not knowing, like he knew of the team, like okay, these 3 people have been chosen, but having never met them, so he's trusting them to use them wisely. And he's trusting Hilltop, someone who he does know, so we'll make it like, yeah, they know each other, to guide them through. Have Hilltop be a mentor figure. Like, instead of having just Hilltop be a comedic character, have him be like a police officer who inspired Keiichiro. And like Keiichiro has forgotten his identity. Yeah, like so Keiichiro, because of his young age, forgot the identity of the officer, so when it finds out, it's a whole thing of like, I've been unknowingly mentored by the guy who inspired me.
Yeah. But we never got that.
Because that's the thing. The Pat Rangers side of the series has so much potential.
It did. It really did. But then when you look at what they did with it, it's a bit like, oh.
Yeah, I think they probably did a lot of it out of fear of not wanting to copy Deca Ranger. Because I know that was also police themed.
Yeah.
So it's probably like, we don't want to rehash something that's already done. But it also leads to the fact of...
It's why the themes are more memorable.
Yeah, I think it's why they focus on the themes more as well, because in the title, it's Lupin versus Pat. Lupins get the first name.
Mm.
It's not Pat Rangers versus Lupin Rangers. It's Lupat.
Yeah, this is very true.
And I even got asked around people like what scenes of Sentai do they recommend next, and I straight up said to people, I'm not gonna watch Q Ranger till after Cosmic because I don't want to. When I was watching Kyuja, I was actively my brain was going, oh, so that's what they kept from the Sentai for PR. That's what they changed. Who the fuck are you with Lucky Hero? I don't want to do that with Cosmic Fury. I want to judge on its own merits first.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm watching. Started watching Geki Ranger. I'm like 4 episodes in, but even in the first, yeah, I can see what they kept from, like what Jungle Fury has kept. And Jungle Fury,
from what
the first 2 episodes have just mimicked. Jungle Fury just mimicked like that.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the best way to handle adaptations for Sentai is look at the Sentai. Look at, okay, what can work for PR and what doesn't. Because that's what Dino Charge did, and it resulted in one of the best seasons of PR.
True.
Like, you look at Loopat, which has a lot of potential, and I honestly cannot wait for the anniversary for it. Because I would love to see them again, even though
I think
I had
we will.
I had a fun thought because of Pat, like the Pink Pat Ranger was in Revice. Lupin Yellow is in Geats. Are we gonna see another another Lupat actor in Gotchard? Are we gonna keep getting them?
Well, 3 of them have. Well, 2 of them or 3 of them have returned.
I'm just going to insert myself back into the conversation because you've just reminded me of some Drake. I was doing a bit of like snooping around, and I think Bondo's actor from Ultraman Blazar, I think he was in the next.
Yes, he was. I think yes.
Oh.
I know they had Ultra actors, but like I kind of want to see. I'm not gonna lie. If I had to pick an actor from Lupat to appear in Gotchard, I kind of want it to be Keiichiro.
I'd love it to be Keiichiro, just like a really angry alchemist.
Yeah, not even like be like a completely different character. Just basically be Keiichiro, but as like a normal police officer.
Like the monster of the week, just police officer. You're like, oh my god, it's Keiichiro.
No, I wouldn't want to be Monster of the Week. I'd want to be like a character who like appears in a few episodes and then disappears. It's like, where'd he go? Well, it's very obvious. He went after a set of thieves.
Oh, he's like one of those like early on characters who you meet for like a few episodes.
Yeah, and like especially if they jokingly made him a police officer, just be thinking like, oh, where's this like his character name? Oh, he went after a band of thieves, like reference Lupat in a very small way. It's like, I see what you did there.
Well, we could get something for them because 3 of them have come back to act in Toku. So like Kairi came back for the Zenkaija film. Yumika
is in Geats. Tsukasa, that's the Pink Rat Ranger.
Is in Revice. She's at a kid.
Yeah, was in Revice.
Or she's having a kid.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like one of the other actors, like Kenpachi, Noel, whatever you fucking say his name. Someone probably correct me.
I think Lupat's quite a season where I think they all be happy to come back.
Yeah, I know Hilltop was in Ultraman.
He was?
He was one of the dub actors for Ultra Galaxy Fight.
Oh, really?
Him and the first Cyan Kyuja were dub actors for Ultra Galaxy Fight.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's confusing. You just go. The minute you hear his voice, you will just go, "Oh, I can't take that seriously now."
What does his voice sound?
They use their normal voices, so when you hear them speak English, it's kind of that's who. Well, I guess taking you seriously.
I'm gonna have to find that now.
The Ultra Galaxy Fight is all on YouTube.
Is it? Oh, I'm gonna have to find that.
And dubbed. It's on the Ultraman channel.
Oh, gotta find that.
Yeah, it's something like Lupat, like my adaptation I did, which I have posted in other Discords in Toku UK server, link in the description. I posted in the Card Train server, I posted in another bunch of other Toku Discords. Like, it was written when I was on like episode 29.
Be sure to join the Toku UK Discord server, link in the description.
Plug. But it's something of, I wouldn't change anything I wrote, because I genuinely don't need to. Like a lot of stuff for Lupat could work in PR if they actually use the Sentai. Because like one thing I have said, people who have asked me about in other servers is, would I bring back a Sentai actor? I'm like, I would honestly, if I could bring back a Sentai actor for the PR adaptation, I would bring back Keiichiro's actor as the leader of the Pat Rangers, like mentor person. Like he's the commissioner.
Ooh, I like
To have it as a like passing of the torch kind of thing.
I like that.
Also, just be funny because it means the thing of like he'd be dealing with a character so similar to his old one. His actor would be trying not to laugh his ass off.
I'd love to see that happen.
It's like that again. That's my idea. I posted in this server as well. A nice idea. It's something like I'm watching more Sentai. I'm just like, I can see why they wouldn't adapt it, but I also get why people want it to be adapted.
It's a mixture of both. People want to.
Lupat could work as an anniversary season idea because of all the Lupin collection. Our references to past Sentai teams. It's like, this is honestly the best way to do it.
It's a good point.
Like, okay, you want to separate the franchise
and the toys are like the toys are good as well. Like the
toys have multiple functions.
The toys are. I love the toys. The toys are great.
I am generally tempted at one point to get like the Lupat Morpher.
Oh, the V exchange is great. But if you get a V exchange, you
like
get like
Talca has the memorable edition, like the memorial edition for like $130. I'm just like, after con, I may get you if you still have it. After con, because before con, I'm getting because for con, and I'm just going to my list, I'm actually getting the Kyuja cannon and sword combo, and I'm actually having my mum make me Daigo's jacket. Because for the Friday, I am going as Daigo. Like I'm going as Daigo on the Friday of October MTM Comic Con.
That's sick.
Like I'm on Saturday, I'm going Ultraman Orb. I'm gonna have like the gun with me as a just in case, because like, hey, I can multi cosplay. I'm wearing a black leather jacket. I can easily cosplay Ian at the same time.
Do it.
Now I'm in a similar situation where on Saturday I'm going to be cosplaying both Juggler's Juggler and a Game Master from the.
I'm not going to be able to make it to con this
because I'll have my Vision Driver with me and a custom mask. I don't know if that will pick up the phone.
If I was coming to con, I would
run the wrong way.
I'd probably cosplay as Fua. Now I've got a Shot Riser. Now I have a Shot Riser. I think I'd cosplay. What con?
No, I mean, are you on the fence about going to con? Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I'm not gonna be able to come to this con. I can do like May, but I just can't. October's just a bad month.
That's fair.
I've not got money, and it's rugby season as well. So
that's fair. You can't take the risk.
I'd rather be playing rugby if I'm honest.
Yeah. But things like with the con meet, I know with the con meetup, like people are starting like to plan their cosplays. I've even asked people like, What Toku series are you representing for it? Because I'm going to do this one.
It's like I'm
Like,
gonna go to the one like next May. Like I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna do that again. Like I'll do that, but I'll probably start
I
actually
want to
planning
try.
my cosplay a bit earlier because I'm either thinking I'll kind of lean really into the Fua motif and go as Fua
I am straight up saying this now.
Fua
For
with a mullet.
May, there's a high chance I will probably do like a casual Kyrie cosplay.
It's
Just
very
because I am not wearing his like thief suit in May. That shit would kill me. So much black and dark red. I was like, no, that would kill me.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. That like
Like I do like a casual cosplay kind of thing. Also,
I'm still trying to think about what I would do if. I'm still trying to think about what I would do.
I would either do
That's plenty of
Fua
time.
or I would do Fua or I would do something probably maybe Geats again. Or depending on what's in Gotchard,
I would
there's a
probably
driver that comes
either.
out in Gotchard or something. But I have a feeling nothing.
I'd
I'm not really a
probably-
fan of the card items. I like the cards in
A
Gotchard.
lot of people aren't a fan of the Gotchard when
I
it's
like
handling the driving gimmick.
Like I like the idea of the cards. Don't get me wrong. Like I like card gimmicks. I think it's cool. But the way Gotchard's doing it is a bit like
Even Taka, like the guy who runs the Kotetsu store, has even said the card gimmick is the worst fucking thing for shop owners like him.
It's not. It's not. If it was like cards, you'd like say like you buy the gun, you get like a pack like 10 cards with the gun, and you don't have to do the whole trade. I'm like, yeah, it's a good idea. But
the
now I'm
trading card gimmick is what has killed the Gotchard hype. Because a lot of like Western fans, not just UK fans, have literally said the same thing of
I'm not paying $50.
We don't have anyone. Yeah, we don't have anyone to give away our duplicates to.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go give my duplicates to like the people I know. They're gonna be like, what the fuck is this? You just rip it up. I'm like, oh, makes sense. It's like I'm gonna
do what I do and save them for a convention meet, because that's what I do with all my spare.
I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna order if I get a driver or I get anything Gotchard related. I'm gonna just order the cards I want. So like the buffer card, probably the past rider cards that I want, and maybe any other cards. And other than that, that'll be it. Like I'm not even getting
That's what I've seen a lot of people saying.
The driver for me looks I'm gonna say this. I hate the driver.
It is
that
a
driver
massive
is disgusting.
The driver is a massive downgrade from Geats.
The driver is.
I'm only here for Valvarad.
Yeah, Valvarad's weapon looks awesome.
What I want to do with Gotchard is collect.
Can we just call it Kamen Warrior Valvarad instead? I don't want to call it Gotchard.
I want to collect Valvarad, so I want to collect at least all 10 of the vehicle cards. And then as for May Comic Con, I might either do. If I do go to Comic Con next May, I might either do Juggler, because I'll probably have the Tamashi Lab like Jashin Blade by then, so to get through security with the damn thing. I might either do that,
you would be able to get through security.
Game Master again. Well, I mean,
did you see some of the weapons people took in?
Katana, I probably wouldn't be able to.
Yeah.
But he's metal.
I think so. It's Tamashi Lab.
I thought it was like a.
It's somewhat metal.
Oh, I thought it was just plastic.
No, it's based on the actual prop they used in the show, which has some metal in it.
It's made, yeah. It's made of ABS and die cast.
Could you not just make like a wooden one?
That's too much.
Carver?
Takes a lot of crafting.
And I'm not a wood carver. But yeah, I'd either go DGP, Game Master, or I'd make a sort of Murasame considering getting the Memorial Edition Ninjak sword.
You don't even like Dom.
I am very.
But he liked the sword.
The sword is cool. I'm not gonna
Murasame
lie,
sword.
the sword.
I can separate the toys from the show.
The sword was awesome.
Yeah,
I can separate toys from the show.
I may go as Kayla
No,
if I
that's-
can buy. If I can get it, I'm not gonna have the money to buy his buckle. If I actually have spare money, and I can get a chance to get his sword, like the Bujin sword, I'll get the Bujin sword. But if not,
You're
figure
trying to
something
find the
else out.
Bujin sword buckle.
this is
Well,
what
no,
should
it's
happen
more.
in
It's
May.
more the
like,
fact. It's
You
more
trying
the
to find
fact. Will I have? Oh, I'll be able to find it. It's more the fact. At the moment, for
We
like
won't
the
be
next
able
I was
to
going
5
to
afford
say,
it.
oh boy, do I have a
I
link for
can't
you.
afford it. I can't afford it.
I have a suggestion. Like if we all do end up going to MCM May, do like a series rotation. Like how in last May I was Ultra, Grand was Sentai, Midas was Rider. How the thing is like I become Sentai, Grand becomes Rider, and then Midas becomes Ultra.
That's kind of how it is at the moment.
Because I will
I
definitely
thought-
have
I thought-
at least
Grand
one
eventually
Sentai
gets
gun.
landed with Ultra.
I get landed with Ultra. I'll go as a.
Oh,
I don't even know what.
I've got a army from Saber. Oh, I'm tempted, but it's a lot more expensive than the other ones.
Calm your toy boner, Midas.
Yeah, you really need to calm down.
But I'm definitely
As-
getting the Vision Driver.
As a
It's
man who
definite.
wanted to buy everything in that store in New York, but had no money, just
No, but
chill.
you don't understand, Grand. I found a store and the prices are actually pretty good.
It's Ninja
Yeah,
Games, isn't it?
I found the Vision Driver for like around 100, just 100, like not 150.
I think that's it for tonight. Cause I'm
Not
just going
200,
to
it's
keep
the cheapest I found
rambling
anywhere.
about toy prices. I think it's it.
Yeah,
for-
no, we've passed the 2-hour mark now.
Yeah, we went on for pretty long talking about loot packs.
You get the Boost
I think
Mark
that's
2
good.
buckle for 20 quid.
Oh god.
No, I don't. I want the Boost Mark 2 buckle. I want to buy Spider-Man 2 when it comes out, and I kind of need to get a job first. I have to pay off. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. Let's just end it for tonight.
Yeah, it's been a blast.
Let's
Yeah,
just
let's
end-
end.
we have a lot to prepare for
Let's end
next
it
week.
before I end up with an aneurysm.
Yes.
Yeah.
Smart.
Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell so you are aware when we upload. Eric. Yeah. Check us out on Spotify because we're on Spotify.
That's it for tonight, everyone. Have a good.
Praise the old Lord and Savior Geats 9.
He's gone.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Geats are still living
No.
in our hearts.
And we'll see you next week for the grand end of Kamen Rider
The
Geats.
grand end.
Forevermore. Adieu.
In a bit.
Bye bye now.